And now he's toothless. Next time he will think twice before messing with us. If he ever comes back. Yeah, this time we will leave him a memory that will really be memorable.
Oh really?
Yes, I've witnessed people been arrested, but I was never, and I don't think I ever will.
How you so sure about that?
My beauty, no one can resist it.
Oh, I guess you didn't include me in no one.
And I learned this recipe at a very young age.
Wow, you are so talented.
I ain't the cruise chef for nothing. Oh, and by the way, you need to know, I am the one who taught him everything he knows.
Oh. I am sure you really have experience in this.
You can say that again. Hey, I believe you've heard the phrase. The student becomes greater than the master. Because I am a living proof of it.
Oh really? You guys can say what you want, but none of you guys is the best cook I know.
Who is this person? Is he in this crew?
I'm the one, sillies.
Do you think he's the one? Maybe he already thought twice. This time, let's just plug out his eyes. Mi amigos, things didn't go as planned. The trophy didn't arrive. I am shocked as you are. I mean, we already planned everything. Then who is that cricket who spoiled the mission? Yes, give us names. Looks like we've got some additional eyes to pluck out. I do not accept that. We could have cashed out with that trophy. I could have been wearing golden dresses by now. This can't be possible. My great-great-grandfather's legacy can't end here. You need to tell us who did it. According to the information gathered, it seems like the principal and certain citizens of the school found out the truth.
So we can just say that the school oversmarted us.
Silence. We can't be losers. It's about time we step up. We have always been living in hidden secret places, but the police and citizens are living in open space. We need to wake up. We are supposed to be the ones living freely, not them. A bunch of school folks oversmarted us in our own game. And we are not letting that slide because we are bringing down that school.
Now everything is back to normal.
I don't understand what you are talking about. I mean, I am still sitting with you and you are still funny in an annoying way.
Thanks, even though I don't know what it means. But I am trying to say that recently Mr. Lorenzo wasn't frequently in class. Ever since the trophy came back, things went back to normal.
But that's a normal fact.
It may have exceptions.
You really don't like school.
You have to be more specific because, if you didn't notice, the cafeteria is found in school.
See? Funny. But in an annoying way.
Like seriously, I have never spoken badly of a cafeteria. And speaking of cafeteria, we have a new chef. I can't wait to taste his new recipes.
But I thought you said everything went back to normal.
There are always exceptions.
I don't still understand why I am the inside agent.
Well, if your outfits were more gangster, you could have been an outside agent.
I had to be an outside agent. Like the whole world has to see my beauty.
Watch where you're driving, old man. I don't want to die young.
With a beauty like me in the car, I am not sure that.
Just drive quickly. Before those kids leave the school premises.
Whatever. Okay, we've arrived.
Now we just gotta enter and do our mission without being suspicious.
Okay, but isn't this the same school where the trophy was stolen?
It is. Why ask?
So do you think after the event that happened they won't improve the security measures?
That's why we will be in the restroom. They don't put cameras there.
You got a point.
Okay, right now, the kids are in the cafeteria, so few or no people will be around the restroom area, giving us more chances to have a successful mission.
How are you so sure about that?
For crying out loud, I was once a student. Besides, I didn't do old school like you. And majority of the schools are owned by the same organization, so technically they have the same schedule.
You are lucky that I know that shouting and arguing reduces one's beauty. So for beauty's sake, lead the way.
My pleasure. So that's how your stay in prison was.
Yeah, and as I said, everything has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh really? So what are the advantages of your dad working here?
I do not get to pay for lunch.
And the disadvantages?
Well, I guess I won't be the only one who knows my life.
What are you talking about?
Why don't you take a look? Those enchiladas taste real good.
Gracias mi amigo. I learned this recipe years ago. I usually made it to Henry when he was a kid. After he finished eating, his diapers were always becoming heavy.
Now you can't hide anything anymore.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
But seriously, don't tell me you pooped on your diapers.
If I didn't, what will be the use of diapers?
How heavy was the diapers?
I now understand why I was partially happy when we were not in good terms.
What are you trying to say?
That everything has its advantages and disadvantages. And if the thing has more advantages than disadvantages, it's advantageous. Otherwise, it's disadvantageous.
New task unlocked.
So you really think you are capable of proving my theory wrong?
That's not the first time.
And that's why I wasn't completely happy when we were not in good terms. There was no one to motivate me with challenges. By the way, I am just from showing an advantage and disadvantage of we not being in good terms.
Don't worry, I'm gonna pin you down.
Oh really?
Yes. To begin with, what are the disadvantages of the trophy been found back? Wow, you really have nice hairs. And your pigtails are so adorable. Thanks. My mom made me those pigtails. Impressive, she must be really good. If I may ask, how would you feel if this was the last pigtails your mom made you? Normally I am supposed to be sad. But why ask? I don't know, maybe this could be the last pigtails your mom made you. What are you trying to say? Well, that's for you to find out. Okay, this is getting weird. It was nice meeting you, but I gotta go. Wait. Before you go, do you mind me admiring your hair from a closer view? Maybe some other time.
The next day.
Good morning, class. I've got some important information to tell you. Our school and the other schools under the same organization have decided to organize a basketball competition.
And you shall not be playing against schools, but you shall be playing against students of this school.
Because the initial reason of this competition is for us to discover our young talents so that we shall be ready in case of any upcoming competition. And it can somehow help the scouts.
So you will form teams with your neighboring classes and the programs for the event shall be posted. I've been waiting for this day without even knowing it might exist. Interesting. But whatever the case, I think I will perfectly fit as the team's coach. What? I'm serious. She said we have to team up with the neighboring classes. Like, does she want me to go and start talking with strangers? Don't worry, if you didn't notice, our neighboring classes are in the same class as us. And by the way, I know so many folks in those classes. Okay, so during break we shall go and form our team. You are saying we as if you will also be talking. Oh Ralph, it's been long I haven't seen you. Yeah, I was really occupied these days. I see. So what brings you here? Yes, me and my friend Alex, right. Here. No, seriously, I came with someone. I am sure he stayed near the door. Yeah, I can see someone standing there. Now I understand why you said, we. Yeah, he doesn't too much socialize. But nevertheless, let's get back to work. So concerning the basketball competition, we want you to integrate our group. I was thinking about the same thing. Great! So we can now start making preparations. Hey Ralph, seems like I'm gonna start going. When did you appear here? Few seconds ago. Oh, so why are you leaving so early? Well, I want to gain time. Henry is equally on our team, so I will be discussing with him while you will be discussing with Fred. And then we combine our ideas. Clever. So see you later, bro. See you around, Fred. Yeah, we'll stay in touch, bro. How does he know my name? Maybe he heard it. It's not like your name's a hidden agent code. Yeah, maybe. So let's get back to work. Time is not on our side. Fred has been added to our team. I feel like this team is the winning team. Normally. Oh really? Yeah, we just now need to prove it. So we need to be organized. Speaking of organization, at what time should we start practice? I was thinking that we may come during the weekends to practice. You know the school is open during the weekends, so we can seize our moment. Oh, great idea. But I was thinking we may practice after school. You know we just finish at once. But we might be real tired after school. And we are occupied during the weekends. You don't understand. No, you are the one who doesn't understand. What's up with you guys? No, we were just deciding when we should be practicing. We were discussing about the same thing. Yeah, and we chose that we will practice after school. It was the best choice. What about you guys? We were in a bit of misunderstanding, but with your own opinion, the vote is now 3-1. See, I told you it would be more preferable after school. Maybe you guys are right. Okay folks, now is the time for practice. We are gonna train real hard. Cause we need to win this. So let's get going. Quick!
Thank you for bringing me back home safely. After a long day of work, it can't hurt someone to watch the news. Can it?
Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the 6 p.m. news hosted by Anna Starley.
And of course your well-known Barry Michael.
So for the past few days, the neighborhood has been experiencing a creepy event.
A real creepy one.
The neighborhood kids are just disappearing one at a time.
One at a time.
We don't yet know if the children are running away, been kidnapped or another creepy reason.
Yeah, creepy reason.
Are you just gonna be repeating everything I say?
That's part of our job.
Oh really? But it's annoying. So it will be better if you stop repeating my words, okay?
Okay.
Guys, concentrate. You are live.
But nevertheless, according to the information gathered, it seems like the disappeared kids come from the main school of our neighborhood.
The school directed by Mrs. Chantal. The school where the trophy was recently stolen. And that's where all
Why
the
is this
disappeared
always this
kids come
school?
from.
So many parents complained about the situation.
And here are some of the parents' point of view about this situation. My daughter. She went to school and never returned. She was such a brilliant child, someone who had hope for the future. I remember how she usually came home with awards. But because of that school's carelessness, she is gone.
My daughter, she was everything I had. She was my last family member. Her face always reminded me of her mama. But now I am just alone in my world. Seems like my mouth is my only part alive now.
He was such a disappointment. He wasn't a man enough. His departure removed a burden on me. But if anyone had to put that useless boy down, I was the one who was supposed to do it, not anybody else.
So as you can see, that's just a part of the parents' point of view.
And they weren't really happy with the present situations.
So dear citizens, you must be really careful out there.
And what's weird and suspicious is that these things happened ever since Mr. Humberto came to the school.
He is the present chef of the school ever since Mrs. Honey,
I knew
their
he was
former
not to
chef,
be
was
trusted.
arrested.
What are
So
they
the question
talking about?
Is this just a coincidence, or he has something to do with this?
And this is a question that really need deep reflections and investigations. So that was all for the 6 p.m. news hosted by Anna Starley.
And Barry Michael.
You heard the news yourself, right?
Yeah, not a pretty good time at all.
You really got to be careful. This is a time where you need to keep on praying because God alone can protect us. Pray for your family, friends, neighbors, classmates and other people.
Yes, Mom, by God's grace, I will keep on praying.
So I am off to bed and...
Yes, Mom, I know. I should be prayerful, I mustn't go back home alone, and I must not talk to strangers I don't know. Sorry, Mom, I'm just real tired.
Okay, I will leave you to do the necessary things you need to do so you can go and sleep.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Alex.
The next day.
Hey, Henry, you've been real calm for a while now. Don't worry, you can talk to me. Or is it still about the color of our team's uniform? Like, why do you guys always reject my suggestions? I suggested we could come during the weekends to practice, but you guys decided after school. I suggested that our team's uniform color should be brown, but you guys went for blue. What are you gonna reject now? The team's name? Henry, you need to understand that we are rejecting your suggestions not because they are useless or because we hate you. No, we just do it to have what's best for the team. For example, brown is a dark color so can easily absorb heat, whereas blue might not really absorb heat. Besides, the majority of the team wears blue in their civil dress already. So we don't hate you or just want to reject your suggestions. I will just go and stroll a bit to clear my head. Don't go too far, we are rounding up already. I can accompany you if you want. No thanks, I'd rather go alone. But you know it isn't safe out there. I know. This isn't my first time doing this. Okay, see you later then. And that's how you can do a three-pointer. I wasn't told it was done that way. Obviously there are so many methods to do it. That makes sense. Hey Alex, what's up? Since you are here, just call for Henry so we can round up. About that, he went out for a walk. Seriously? Hey, you guys shouldn't look at me like this. He's not a child, and even if he was, I am not his parents. So as a friend, I advised him and persuaded him not to go. But he's big enough to make his decisions. So who am I to stop him? So at least did he tell you where he was going? If he did, I could have told you, right? So where is he right now?
Get him, don't let him escape. He has reached a dead end.
Going back to school. Help.